Hey everybody, it's me, Kimmy again. So I said I was going to start making these videos all the way through my journey. So here's my second video. That's for only two. And this one is to talk about, I had my first nutritionist appointment on Thursday. My nutritionist is super adorable and fantastic. I was very nervous about meeting her. I was worried she was going to look at my food diary and say, "Holy crap, no wonder you're fat." But she didn't say that. She said that she could definitely see a pattern in my food intake, but nothing that she said that she would be too worried about it. She was super positive, super helpful, and I feel pretty good about it. Like, I feel like these are things that I can do. And she said, one thing she did say that kind of resonated with me was that the people who make these changes now, pre-surgery, in their clinic at least, it has shown greater success post-surgery. And not necessarily greater success in weight loss, but she said that they do better overall. So with this surgery, with the VSG, if you haven't seen my last video, you might want to watch my last video first, and then come watch this one. But for the VSG, she said, no matter what, when you have the surgery, you're going to lose weight. The key is making life changes and lifestyle changes that keep the weight off. And she said the people who do that best are the ones that start it now rather than later. And that resonated with me because you think with the surgery, you're like, okay, well, once you can't eat very much, then you just don't eat much. You eat what you ate, but you just eat less of it. Well, that's not true. You need to be making really good choices on what you're putting in your body. And the sleeve helps restrict the amount, but that means that you really need to be extra smart on what you're picking to put in your body so that you get the nutrients that you need every day. So that helped resonate with me. The other thing that was really helpful, like I said, she's super positive. She's super adorable. And she said that people who are in my position, she was like, she said, I'm so excited for you because you are the person who is the best candidate for this that doesn't do it as often as they should. So she was like, you have weight to lose, but not as much as someone who is at serious health risk, but you're getting to that point. So she was like, I wish more people who were young and healthy but had weight to lose, and give me, understand me on this, a significant amount of weight to lose. So I may not have 600-700 pounds to lose, but I do have a significant amount. I need to lose 75 pounds of excess weight. That's a lot. So it's not like, 5-10 pounds I need to take off just to get down to a healthy weight. I need to lose 75. But I'm not in that higher bracket. But because of that, I'm at a much healthier position and I'm more set up to lose the weight and lose it healthily. So that helped too, because I've been worried about that. If you've listened to my last video or watched my last video, this is a concern of mine that, am I being too drastic with this? Is this way too quick of a move? And she put my mind at ease a little about that no, this is a perfect move for the time you're at now. So yeah, I felt really good after it. I felt like it was a good meeting. We're going to meet once a month. I have to do that for 4 consecutive months. And she was like, I hope you get in with a good therapist. She looked at that and she's like, I think the girl that you're going to see is really nice. And she's like, and that'll help to get you in the mindset of what this is, because it is a full-time, life-changing procedure. So I kind of wanted to go over some of the stuff that she went over with me, just in case it might be helpful for someone out there. And then, kind of where I'm at and what is going on with how I'm following the plan, because I've been kind of naughty over the last couple of days. But maybe this will help, I'm going to be held accountable now. By the way, I changed my lipstick this time. I'm wearing a bright purple. I think I'm going to do every video, I'm going to change lipsticks just to be fun. Okay, so with my weight loss kit, I got this handy dandy little packet, and in here is lots of information about my surgeons, the place, Molly here, who's my nutritionist. She's awesome. It talks about like nutrition guidelines, and here's the thing that she pointed out to me to start. I hope everybody can see that. So this is how you should set up your diet. So basically, a quarter of your diet should be protein, and this is per meal. So a quarter of your meal should be protein, a quarter a starch or a fruit, and another quarter is a veggie. So not necessarily cutting out carbohydrates, but definitely limiting them. So that's kind of what we focused on, is how to take what I'm already eating and putting it into a diet plan that I can live with, and things that I can do now to get in the amount of protein I need to get in every day. And that was another thing we talked about. So I need to eat 15 to 30, wait, I need to look this up. Should have done this beforehand and planned so that I'm not so scatterbrained since I can't edit. I think it's 20 grams of protein per meal, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so you need to get a minimum of 60 grams of protein in a day. So she said on average about 20, and that's the minimum. She said if you can get in more, do more. Because protein's like the most important thing. It's going to keep you going, it's going to give you the energy you need, and it's going to keep you sustained for longer. So especially right after the surgery, you're not going to have that hunger urge because your stomach's going to be so significantly smaller. But as you go on, you get that hunger urge back. So you need to make decisions and make plans based on having a smaller stomach, but still being able to get all the food in you need. And protein's the main, really important thing that you need to get in. So we talked about like different high protein foods that I like. Part of my problem is I'm like a crazy picky eater. Ask any of my friends. I'm pretty annoying about it. It's not even, I have issues with certain textures. I have issues with certain flavors. I swear I have overactive taste buds that I taste all the things. Like my parents used to try to like sneak stuff into my foods and it never worked. I don't like a lot of sauces. I don't do salad dressings. Like I don't do a lot of those things. Vegetables are a big enemy of mine. And so a lot of the foods that I do like aren't good for me. Go figure. So we talked about things that I could eat, that I would eat. Luckily I like egg whites, which are a great source of protein. She's like, that's going to be a staple in your diet when you go to the soft foods, because that's one of the first things that you're able to add. And so she's like, that'll become a staple. And I'm like, that's fantastic. So that was one of the things. So what we looked at is a food plan. So this is basically to plan out what you want to eat through the week. So we talked about making these little egg muffins that they're egg whites. You put them in a muffin tin and you make egg whites mixed with whatever you like in your omelets. So I like sausage, green peppers, and onions. So you chop those up, put that in. You bake them in the oven for, I think it's like 10-15 minutes. Until they're, like hardened and, they look like omelets. And then you take them out of the oven. They can be in the fridge for 3 days, up to 3 days. So you make a pan of those. You do those 3 or 4 of those in the morning. So we talked about that. Doing some Greek yogurt. I like Greek yogurt. Well, I don't really like it, but I tolerate it. So that's one thing. And then we talked about lunches, lean cuisine, steamed veggies. Lean cuisines are a great source of protein, though they're not enough. They're not enough for, there's teeny tiny portions, and after maybe an hour or 2 hours, you're hungry again because you just didn't get enough food. So she said like adding like a steamer vegetable thing along with that is a perfect substitute to make a full meal. So this is obviously things that we were talking about doing now, and then probably when I am post-op, when I start advancing my diet to like normal foods, then I can start reincorporating these things. So we talked about snacks and stuff like protein bars, those P3 packs, those are good things. She suggested that I start trying some of the protein supplements now. With me being such a picky eater, so that I can find what I like, what I don't like. I have tried a couple of the cream-based protein drinks. Not a huge fan. They are really, I'm not much of a sweet tooth. I don't like a lot of, shakes and stuff like that. So we talked about doing maybe the clear protein drinks, you know, uh, those kinds of things. She's like, that might be the thing that you need. I do like the protein bars, but obviously first couple weeks post-op, I'm not going to be able to have those. So she said to start sampling around on some of those things. She said she might have some samples for me. What are some other things we talked about? She did say to start limiting, we didn't talk about vitamins that time. She said maybe the next time. She said to start limiting calorie drinks. So one thing I do in the morning, I have in the mornings, is V8 V Fusion Plus energy drinks. And she said those were fine as long as we did the diet version, because the diet version's no calories. She said otherwise try like water with those Mio drops. Some of those drops do have caffeine. Some of them have protein in them. She's just, she was like spitballing some things that we could try. I felt like Mio was probably, I don't like flavored water. It's just not my thing. But I'm willing to start trying those things, especially if it can be an alternative. I also said I would start trying some of the diet V8 juices. I do the regular kind now because they're only 50 calories, so I didn't think that was a big thing, but she was like very much on that. Like, no, we need to get the 0 calorie drinks. You don't want to be adding any calories with your drinks. So where I thought she was going to tell me to like stop drinking Diet Coke, she said, no, you can still drink Diet Coke because it's a 0 calorie drink. However, post-op, for at least a couple of months, you're not going to be able to do that because you'll get really sick. So I said, that's not the end of the world. As long as I have some caffeine somewhere, I usually just supplement Diet Coke because it's easy and it's 0 calories and I like the taste of it. So I would just have to find something else that would supplement that for caffeine. So far, another thing that I liked is that, I'm very much a fast food drinker, being a nurse and being constantly on the go. I do eat fast food a lot. And I thought she was going to get really, really pissy about that. And she wasn't at all, which I was shocked. She was like, absolutely eat fast food, but you need to make smart choices. So we like pulled up the McDonald's menu and said, okay, this is what you normally get. Do this instead. And they were all things that I would definitely be willing to eat. And it was just like, maybe do the sausage biscuit without the biscuit and just do a couple pieces of sausage. And that's pure protein right there. It's not the best option, she said, but if that's what you have to do, she's like, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel with you. Like, let's take the habits you have and rework them to be more healthy. So I loved that. I love that it's so positive and, really, generalized. So now that being said, I have not started following the diet yet. I really need to. I'm planning on going shopping tomorrow at the grocery store and trying to make these good choices of like high protein foods, healthy vegetables that I'm willing to eat, and really spending a lot of time in the produce section trying to find those things that really make me, that are tasty, that I like, that I'm willing to eat, doing more salads, those kinds of things. So that's my plan for tomorrow. But like as of today, I had pizza and I'm enjoying a beer while I was working on homework. I didn't want to go out anywhere and get food, so I had food delivered to me. So I had a pizza delivered, and I'll probably have that for lunch tomorrow because I don't want to waste it because it's, a whole medium pizza. I'm not going to waste a medium pizza. So it is what it is. I am going to start trying though. I want to be, because she's so positive about lifting, I really want to impress her and be like, these are the things I can do. And one of the things, like a goal for me, so we have certain goals that I have to reach before my surgery. And one thing she asked if I wanted to work on, before our next meeting. So like one thing that we talked about is no drinks with calories. So we already achieved that. She marked it off. 3 meals every day. I already do that. She marked it off. I do protein at every meal, but she said not every meal it's enough protein or the right kind of protein. So she said we're going to still work on that. 2 servings of vegetables every day. Still need to work on that. That one's a high one. No high calorie foods like pizza, macaroni and cheese, french fries, fried chicken, and potato chips. Obviously, not there. Limit carbohydrates to 15 to 30 grams at meals and snacks. So that was the thing she said. Let's work on that. See if you can do that by the next month. So that's my goal I'm trying to get to. Exercise 30 minutes, 5 days a week. I told her I tracked that on my watch, so she just wants proof of it come the next appointment. So I'm going to keep track of that. I have the Apple Watch, and it's perfect because it tracks all these things. Track your intake on paper or with a phone app. I do that already, not consistently lately, but I'm going to start doing it more consistently. Read nutrition labels, weight loss before surgery. So she said, even though I'm on the smaller side, I still have room to lose weight without losing my eligibility status for the surgery. So she said not to worry about stuff like that. So I was like, well, I was killing myself before I considered the surgery to do it. So maybe this will help give me the boost I need to get down a few pounds. So I'm totally fine with that. So these are the goals. So we've already gotten 2 done. So the main one that she told me to focus on is limit net carbohydrates to 15. It says technically 15 grams, but she said 15 to 30 is where she's like, I want you to be by next month at meals and snacks. So I'm going to work on that. I am a carb eater. That's how I got to this size. I am not the best at reading food labels. Things that I think are healthy are not that healthy for me. And I love fruit, which are huge carbohydrates. So good carbohydrates, but still not carbohydrate. I'm supposed to limit that. So that's where I'm at. I'm excited. I'm really pumped. I'm getting more and more pumped about this. I've told more people about it. I still keep getting the same reaction, like, are you sure you qualify for that? And I'm like, hello, already did. So like I said, my best friend's on board. She's super excited for me. Everybody seems really excited for me. So I'm getting more and more excited about it. These videos are helping because gives me a reason to put my makeup on and like come and get my feelings out and in a real time situation. Like I said, if no one watches them, at least I still have a chronicle for myself on where I'm at, what's going on and all that. So, and with a lot of negative things that have been happening lately in my life, the universe, when it rains, it pours, and, it's been pouring on me lately and really had a lot of negativity around me lately. I'm excited to have a positive thing to look forward to, and a positive outlook on what can be for me. So not to get all sappy and obnoxiously sad about any of this, but I really need something positive to keep me going lately. So this is that for me, and so I'm really excited about it, and I'm hoping that this helps people out there too that are thinking about having the surgery. If you need someone to talk to, please, comment on my video, send me a message, put up your own video. I mean, this is awesome. Even if, honestly, if no one looks at it, it's not the end of the world. I'm just happy to have this platform to be able to do the things I want to do and have the thing, talk about what I'm thinking and what's going through my head. So I try to keep these videos brief so that people will have more inclination to watch them. So yeah, if you guys like my video, give me a thumbs up, or leave me a comment below. I loved reading them. I had a couple comments on my last video, and, I love reading them. It gave me butterflies and got me so excited that, someone watched it and someone had an opinion, about it. So, Snickers. And there goes Snickers. So that's my cue to leave. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a great night.